Hi everyone, welcome to Ultimate Femininity. We talk all things feminine energy and empowerment. Okay, so I know there are some things you wish you could go back in time and tell your younger self, but it's up to us to make choices today that we'll be proud of tomorrow, to become the woman we all aspire to be, the one who's got it all together, makes smart choices, stays calm and confident, yet warm and vibrant. We need some essential tools and knowledge. Sadly, not every woman gets to learn these, which leads to struggles in relationships, careers, mindset, and even self-talk. These are the 7 things every woman must know, or it will cost you a lot of time and energy. First up, at number 7, one essential skill every woman should master is saying no. Whether it's a firm no or part of a bigger conversation, knowing how to decline situations that don't serve you is absolutely crucial. When we talk about saying no, it's not just about the word itself. It's also about mastering your approach and delivery for different scenarios. Many people take a no personally, feeling like it's a rejection of them. So, it's essential to say no in a way that communicates. This isn't about rejecting you, it's about taking care of myself. This approach will help you maintain healthy and respectful relationships. It's important to express that saying no doesn't mean you don't want to spend time with someone or that they aren't important. Sometimes you just need some time to recuperate after a crazy week, and that's okay. One great strategy is to use I statements to make your point without making the other person feel attacked. For example, saying, "I need some time to recharge," is much more effective than saying, "You're too demanding." This way, you're focusing on your needs rather than criticizing the other person, which helps keep the conversation positive and respectful. It's also helpful to practice saying no in low-stakes situations to build confidence. This could be declining a social invitation when you need rest or saying no to additional work when your plate is already full. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to assert your boundaries in more challenging scenarios. Also, having a few ready-made responses can make it easier to say no on the spot. Phrases like, "I appreciate the offer, but I'll have to pass," or "I'm not available for that right now," can be your go-to responses when you need to decline gracefully. So, decide if you're saying a firm no, maybe next time, or "I can't do this, but I can do that." And remember, it's just as important to respect other people's no's and understand that not everyone can always meet your needs. This mutual respect is key to a healthy relationship. Also, it's okay to take a moment before responding. If you're unsure, it's perfectly fine to say, "Let me think about it and get back to you." This gives you time to evaluate your priorities and respond thoughtfully. Learning to say no is a powerful skill that empowers you to protect your time, energy, and well-being, ultimately leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. That brings us to this next important step for maintaining good relationships. At number 6, learning how to apologize. As grown women navigating the real world, we have to accept that we're not perfect and we will make mistakes. When that happens, the mature thing to do is apologize. There's nothing more off-putting than someone who's clearly in the wrong but refuses to apologize or makes excuses. An apology isn't the time to justify your actions, shift blame, or share responsibility. Even if both parties are at fault, your apology should focus on taking responsibility for your part. Later, when discussing how to prevent the issue from happening again, you can address the other contributing factors. But in the moment, a sincere apology should be straightforward, like, "I'm sorry I did that. It was wrong and it won't happen again." Or, "Here's what I'm doing to ensure it doesn't happen again." A well-crafted apology consists of 3 key elements: acknowledgement of the mistake, expression of regret, and a commitment to change. Acknowledging the mistake shows you understand what went wrong. Expressing regret conveys genuine remorse. And committing to change reassures the other person that steps are being taken to prevent a reoccurrence. It's also important to apologize in a timely manner. Delaying an apology can cause the other person to feel undervalued and increase resentment. Addressing the issue promptly demonstrates respect and a willingness to resolve conflicts quickly. Also, avoid using conditional language like if or but in your apology. Statements such as, "I'm sorry if you were offended," or "I'm sorry but I didn't mean to," can come off as insincere and deflect responsibility. Instead, be direct and unambiguous in your apology. In some cases, actions speak louder than words. Following up your apology with concrete actions to rectify the situation can reinforce your sincerity and help rebuild trust. For example, if you missed a deadline, offering to assist with additional tasks or staying late to make up for it shows your commitment to making amends. Lastly, be prepared for varied responses. The person you're apologizing to may need time to process their feelings and may not immediately accept your apology. Be patient and give them the space they need to come to terms with the situation. Mastering the art of a genuine apology not only helps mend relationships, but also fosters an environment of trust and respect, paving the way for healthier interactions in both personal and professional settings. That brings us to this next step. At number 5, knowing when to stand up for yourself. It's one thing to say no, but expressing "I want more," "I need more time," or "I deserve better" is crucial. Knowing how to communicate your needs and contributions is essential everywhere, from the workplace to healthcare to personal relationships. Life isn't just about yes or no answers. Sometimes you need to be specific to get what you truly need. For instance, you might say, "I like this job and the culture here, but the highest salary offer is still less than I'm aiming for. Can we add some benefits to make this work?" Advocating for yourself ensures you get the outcomes you desire because no one knows your needs better than you. Relying on others to figure it out often won't get you exactly where you want to be or what you want to have. But that doesn't mean you have to argue with everyone around you. Number 4, pick and choose your battles. As adults, it's crucial to save your energy by choosing your battles wisely and avoiding 3 types of draining conflicts. Those you'll definitely lose, pointless battles that waste your time, and those you might win but at too high a cost. There's a saying, in life, you can be right or you can be happy. Some people think this means you should never speak up or avoid confrontation. But really, it's about taking a moment to decide if the confrontation is necessary or helpful. Sometimes it is necessary, no way around it, but most of the time it's not. Sure, it might feel good to put your boss in their place, but is it worth risking your job before you have another lined up? Or you might undermine your husband or embarrass your child. You might be right, but is it worth damaging those important relationships in a lasting way? Remember, conflicts hurt everyone involved, so make sure the battles you choose are worth the potential scars and losses. And whenever it's smart to avoid a battle, do so. But of course, there are times when you can just take it easy too. That brings us to this next step. Number 3, accept compliments and give compliments. It may seem small, but they are foundational for so many other things. Being able to accept a compliment shows you have a healthy level of self-esteem and self-worth. Also, downplaying or rejecting compliments can signal low self-esteem, and some people might take advantage of that. When someone compliments you, a simple and sincere thank you is always the best response. You don't need to explain, justify, or even compliment them back right away. Giving compliments on your own, not just in response, shows you're aware of others and capable of appreciating and uplifting them. Remember, when giving compliments, it's crucial to do so without tearing down someone else. For example, if you like certain traits in men, that's your preference, but it's immature and thoughtless to insult others who don't fit that mold. Number 2, ultimately, you should think long-term. Nowadays, many people focus on living in the moment, acting on immediate feelings and oversharing without consideration of the future impact. Later, they might regret their actions, trying to fix things or even making awkward apology videos. Unfortunately, in the age of the internet, nothing ever really goes away, and past mistakes can resurface anytime. As adults, we're playing life on no take-back mode. Once something's done, it's done. We no longer have the grace of being kids who don't know better. So, it's crucial to make choices today that we won't regret tomorrow. One of the best ways to think long-term is to decide what you want and work backward from there. If you want good grades, a specific school, or a certain lifestyle, You can't afford to slack off or skip classes, no matter how tempting. If you aim for a promotion or a glowing reference, you can't be late every day. If you want to be a respected wife, you shouldn't waste time with men who aren't going anywhere. So, decide what you want and make sure your actions today align with your goals for tomorrow. And finally, at number 1, learn to receive. Yes, as children, we're taught to be suspicious of everything when we're younger, to avoid getting tempted by other people. But as adults, we need to navigate this more smartly. Of course, if someone seems to have bad intentions or a poor track record, it's smart to decline. It's still wise to refuse rides from strangers or letting unknown people into your home. But when it comes to things like a coworker treating you to lunch, friends spoiling you on your birthday, or receiving lavish gifts from your partner, there's no need to say no thank you or this is too much. Remember, feminine energy is all about receiving, so denying yourself the ability to receive shuts off a part of yourself. You may also feel tired and resentful if you're always giving and doing without being poured into. Which is the thing you struggle with the most? Let us know in the comments below, and click on the next video to find out more about your femininity.